guys, I'm really sorry I'm so late. I had to sort out some stuff with my audio and I think it's finally working again, so apologies for that. Nothing ever works the first time. Something's going on here. Do I have a new follower? Okay, I can't quite see what happened there, but okay, something in my message box came up. Apologies, it hasn't come up in my stream chat, but if it's a follow, thank you for the follow. Okay, right, so guys, so today is going to be slightly different to our normal session. We are going to be doing some weights today, just purely because at the moment I've got a heel injury at the moment, so I can't do anything with too much kind of high impact. So I'm going to take it easy. We're still going to do a session, but it's going to be just a little bit more low impact based. But it doesn't mean it's going to be an easy session. Right, so with that said guys, let's get ourselves warmed up. So we're not going to do anything too crazy for the warm up, okay? So just jogging on the spot first. So those of you who don't know, so I recently got an injury on my heel where basically I've been running on my bare foot for too long, and the bottom of my foot where the tendon is starting to tense up, and it's starting to pull my heel forward, and it's causing me extreme pain in doing that. So I need to take it relatively easy. So heel's back. So I can't do anything too crazy, so nothing jumping around too much, but a little bit of light bounding is okay. Good. Now from here, pump one knee over to the side. Nope, not doing that. Okay, just lift one knee up. Okay, and other side. Okay, that's a lot better. Okay, right, over to jumping jacks. So normally I would have both legs out, but I don't think I can put much pressure on that foot right now, so let's not do that. Okay, now from here, one up, one down, spotty dog. Right, now from here, just something a little bit different. Put both hands in front of you. One goes up, one goes down, and all the way around. Okay, the key to this one, don't think about it. The more you think about it, the harder it is. Okay, close your eyes, don't think about it. Just let your arms swing. And just to make things more complicated, switch. Good. Now from here, rotate the shoulders, two to the left, two to the right. Rotate the hips, nice big circles. So after this session I need to sort out my my followers stream. So normally I have a notice in my chat that basically says thank you for the follow or thank you for the subscription and so forth, but unfortunately that hasn't come up, so I've made my notice too small so I can't actually see it. Switch sides, so I need to get that sorted later on, so apologies for that guys. Alright, now from here, come down, we're going to go into runner's stretch. So place one leg down, reach over, rotate, other side, lean over, reach up. Good. Just one more each side. Good. Now from here, come to a bend, touch the toes, straight and up. Bend, touch, straight, up. Good. One last one. Come to a straight, touch, bend, shoulders back and up. Try and keep your heels on the floor if you can. So those of you guys that just recently joined, just get some weights. We're going to need some weights for this session. Okay, it doesn't have to be anything too crazy, nothing too heavy. As long as it's more than just your body weight, then this should be fine. Good, over to leg swings. So guys, first exercise we got is a glute bridge. Now before we get into that exercise, I want to explain a little bit more about what we're doing and why we're doing it. So, glute bridge, essentially we're going to be laying on our back, we're going to be hinging ourselves back, and from here we're going to push forward, okay? As we're pushing forward, we really want to tense that glute, just to make sure we're using the glute to push forward, and we're not just using our back, okay? If we're arching down like this, we're going to be using our back. If we tilt the pelvis into a posterior tilt and come forward, we're going to use our glutes as well as our abs. Okay, so that's very, very important that we're in the correct posterior tilt. So make sure you are in a posterior tilt as you're doing this. So we're going to do one set without the weight first, and then we're going to do the next 2 sets after that with the weight. Okay, so just to begin with, what I want you to do is from here, lay yourself down, make sure your back is nice and flat. From here, place your hands on the floor, rest your head down, and just lift your hips up. As you're lifting up, try and squeeze your abs and squeeze your glutes. What I don't want you to do is just try and squeeze your lower back and be in this position here, where you're feeling your lower back tense up. If you're feeling your lower back tense up, generally speaking, you're disengaging the glutes, you're disengaging the abs, and you're just going to feel it on the lower back. Okay? So you want to get from a anterior tilt to a posterior tilt. This way you should feel that squeeze on the glutes there. Okay? Now from here, come down, come back up, push off those heels, squeeze those glutes, and then back down. Good. Good. Give me 3 more. Remember, this is just a warm-up for now, so don't do anything too crazy. Last one. Good. Now, once you get used to that, we're going to do that single-legged. So, when you're doing a single leg, I would prefer you to do with one bent leg. The reason why is if you straighten your leg, you're going to engage your hip flexor. Okay, we want to relax that as much as we can so we can focus more on the posterior chain rather than in front of us. So from here, we do the same thing again with the body weight. We're going to add the weights onto it later. Bend the front knee or top knee. From here, lift it straight up. So the same rules apply. So we're going to be in a posterior tilt, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the abs. Don't squeeze from the lower back and down. So if you squeeze the lower back and your abs are 2 opposing muscles, similar to your bicep and tricep. Okay, so if you engage one, you disengage the other. Okay, so make sure you're feeling it on the abs and not the lower back. Good. Good. Give me 2 more. Other side. So bend that knee, drive that knee down. But as you're driving that knee down, make sure your heel, knee and hip are in one straight line. So don't let your knee turn out as you push. Good. And down. Good. Just give me 4 more. Guys, really focus on pushing down on that heel and squeezing those glutes. Good, give me 1 last one. Good, excellent. Well done guys, so that's the warm-up done. So we're going to grab the weights now. I'm going to ask you to place the weight on top of the knee that you're driving on the heel, the side of the heel that you're driving down. So if I'm driving down on my left leg, I'm putting the weight on my left hip. So with that said, rest it down there. So I am going to bring my right knee up, so left knee, left heel even, drives into the ground and up. Hold for 2 seconds and down, but the same rules apply. Keep the heel, knee, hip one straight line and down. Keep it controlled. halfway now. 7, 8, 9. Come on, 3 more. 10, 11. Last one. Good. And slowly down. Swap sides. Oh, that one burnt, guys. Right. Ready? From here, bring one knee up. Drive down on those hills. Or heel. Down. That's 1. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Come on, guys, we're halfway now. Squeeze those glutes. 7. 8. 9. 11. Oh, thank you for the follow. 12. Good. Other side. Right. From here, knee up. Push it up and squeeze. 1, 2, and down. And up. 1, 2, and down. That's 2. 2 and down. Make sure keep the heels down. And up. Good, that's 5. 6, we're halfway. 7. 8. 9. Keep it controlled. 10. 11. 12. Good. Last one, guys. Other side. So, guys, it's really important that we push off the heels and not onto our toes. If we go onto our toes and we engage the calves, if we push off the heels, we have to engage the glutes. Okay, ready? Let's go. Push. That's 1. And up. And that's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Come on, guys. 8. 9. Come on, you got 3 more. 10. Squeeze those glutes. 11. Last one. Good. Relax. Whoa. Yeah, that really hurt towards the end. Whoa. Alright, guys, how's everyone doing? Okay, Shingo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to my stream. Right, so guys, next we're going to go into deadlifts. Now, deadlifts is quite a complicated movement, but I want you guys to focus on more of a forward and backwards motion, less of an up and down movement, okay? So we're going to bend more from the hips, less from the knees. So just to give you an example, I want you to, if you've got a kettlebell, then keep the kettlebell in the middle of your feet, like so. But if you've got dumbbells, you're just going to hold the dumbbells next to you, like so, okay? So when you're coming down to a deadlift, I want you guys to focus on making a triangle, okay? So you're trying to keep your armpits in line with your knee, like so. And you make this triangle here. So this is the flat surface here, and then from here it turns down towards the hip, and then from the hip straight to the knees. So I've got this triangle shape here. Now it's really important that I keep the front here as the flattest part of the front of the triangle. If not, if I kind of tilt it down here and I'm changing that angle, I'm sitting down too much and I'm bending my knees too much to the point that this becomes a little bit more like a squat. Okay, it's only a small difference between a squat and a deadlift, but the muscles you use are very different. Okay, in terms of the angle, it's only a small difference. So as you're doing this, again, focus on pushing the ground down. Don't think about lifting the weight up. Okay, so as you're doing this, push the bum back. From here, push the ground down and stand yourself up. And then hips back first and down. In terms of our pelvic tilt, so if you guys hold on to your hips, so fingers in the front, thumbs in the back, you're going to go into an anterior tilt to begin with. So you're going to fingers down, thumbs up. So imagine your hips are buckets, you're pouring water in front of you, hence why anterior. And from here, you're going to push back, coming down. Once you start to feel a bit of a stretch in the hamstrings, then you stop. Okay, if you're starting to really stretch the hamstrings, what happens is, if you can't go down anymore, your upper back's going to start rounding. Okay, so come down, and on the way up, you're going to push the ground down. When you get to the top, come into a posterior tilt. This way, you engage the abs, you engage the glutes, and you don't use your back. Generally what happens is, especially those that are lifting really heavy with the deadlift, you tend to come forward and you kind of lean back like this. Okay, if you lean back there, all of that super heavy weight that you're holding on to, plus your body weight, goes into your lower back. Okay, we do not want that. We want to engage the abs. So instead of doing this, I want you to do this. Okay, so we're pointing, we're tilting in a posterior tilt. This way you engage the abs, you engage the glutes. Okay, cool. So let's just go for one warm-up set first. So nothing too crazy. From here, keep your hands in front of you, coming down. Okay, the bar should travel straight up and straight down. It shouldn't go forward, it shouldn't go back. Okay, so from here, come down, stand up, touch the floor, back up, 3, 4. Good, just remember you're tilting the pelvis back first. 7, 8, 9, 3 more, 10, 11, last one. Relax. Good. Well done, guys. So the deadlift is actually quite a complicated exercise, so if you guys do have any questions on the deadlift, please do let me know, because it is one of those exercises very easy to get wrong. I need to get some more water. Right, so next we're going to add a bit more resistance to that. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to use this guy right here. So I'm going to tie a band towards the kettlebell, and this way it makes the resistance a little bit harder. But to make things a little more complicated, with a band, it makes the easiest part hardest and the hardest part easiest. So it's a good way to change it up slightly. So let's just tie that round first. Make sure it's even. Okay, right. So those you can see there, I've basically just wrapped it around the front, looped around both ends, and then from here I'm going to place my feet through the 2 loops. Don't lose your balance. Right, so the band is still relatively cold, so I need to make sure that I don't go too crazy in this one, because obviously we don't want to snap the band. So with this one, the wider your stance, the more resistance you feel if you are using a band. Okay, but generally speaking, you should be roughly about hips width apart, especially if you want to get in the right position to start lifting with a big Olympic bar. So, but for the sake of today, we're just going to spread a little bit wider just to give us a little more resistance. Right, so ready, guys? Remember, hinge from the hips, lean forward, a slight bend on the knees, but not too much to the point you're squatting. Okay, ready? Inhale and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze the glutes at the top. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good, relax there, guys. So guys, just bear with me 2 secs. I just need to go grab some more water because this guy over here is empty. Just bear with me 2 secs, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Right, let's go for one more set. So I'm going to turn over to the side to give you guys a bit of more of a side view from here. But just remember, we're hinging from the hips, so shoulders come forward, hips go back. Okay, as you're coming up, the opposite is true. So shoulders come back, hips come forward. Okay, cool. Ready? We're going to go for a set of 12. Right, so from here, hips back. I want you to push the chest out, squeeze the shoulder blades back nice and straight. From here, push the ground down, stand up. And on the way down, remember hips come back first. 2, 3, 4, 3 more. 10. 11. 12. Good, relax there, guys. Well done. Right, how's everyone doing? So next we're going to go into just a standard squat. Okay, that's fine. So with a squat, squats can be quite a simple exercise, but it can also be quite difficult as well, depending on your mobility. So a lot of people struggle with squats, not because of their mobility, but more because of the angle of their, the width of their feet. Because I'll explain why. Let me just move this out of the way first. So, the bone by your quads here, okay, that's called the femur. Now, your pelvis kind of comes in at a 45-degree angle like so, but as you're coming down, your femur starts to dig into your pelvis, okay? So generally what happens is, as you're coming down, you can't go down anymore because that's going to be digging in. So what happens is your bum starts to round to compensate because you can't go down any lower with that joint. Okay, so other things start to compensate. So you may notice there my lower back's slightly rounded. Okay, so I'm roughly about hips width apart right now. So, however, if I basically have a slightly wider stance, so if I widen it to my heels being roughly about shoulders width, and I point my toes out slightly, what generally happens is when I come down, my hips are nicely open. I've got a lot of space down here now, and you may notice my lower back does not round anymore. So that's just a very, very, very simple way to correct your squat. Okay, obviously if you do have mobility issues, then that's a whole new issue in itself, but for majority of the people that's generally not the case. It's just a case of just shifting your feet positioning just to make sure you've got enough going on there. Okay, so with that said, what I would like you to do, we are going to go for single arm press with the squat. Okay, normally we'll go one side, but just because I want you guys to work on your core just a little bit more, so we're going to keep the weight on one side, so we're going to work on this unilaterally. So we're going to come down, hold on to weight into a clean position, so keep the elbow tucked. If you are using a kettlebell, hold on to the weight so the bar follows the line of the thumb, not holding it like holding a kettlebell like a dumbbell, where it'll put loads of pressure on the beginning of your wrist. Okay, so give that a go. So from here, you're going to come down. You're going to keep the elbow nice and tucked. You're going to squat down. Make sure shoulder widths apart, toes pointing slightly out, down, straight up. Okay, as you're coming straight up, just make sure you don't push out here. Okay, if you're using a dumbbell, it's generally fine. If you're using a kettlebell, it can put you into external rotation, which puts a lot of pressure on the rotator cuff. Okay, so keep the elbow nice and tucked. You're pushing straight up from here. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Make sure you're pushing that bum back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, and 12. Good. Other side. So, twist it over. From here, keep that elbow nice and tucked. Hand out for balance if you need to. Squat down. Press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Last one. Good. Relax it there. Oh, well done, guys. That one surprisingly really burnt my shoulders out. I think I'm still fatigued from the weekend training. Oh. How you guys all doing? You all okay? So yeah, I need to be really careful with my foot right now. It's a little bit sore. So if I try and walk too much, then my heel starts to play up. Right. Ready for next set, guys? Let's go. So we're just doing one set on this, and then we're going to do a little bit of abs, and then head out from there. That's good, Pauline. So Pauline, as always, if you do have any questions or anything you're not sure about, please feel free to ask. Where this is probably the easier sessions to ask me questions, because normally I'm not trying to chase time on a hit timer. So good. All right, ready? Other side. So down, press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Last one. 12. Good. Other side, guys. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on, guys, nearly there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Oh, relax it there, guys. Never realised how clicky my body is until now. As I'm pressing, my shoulders kicking. As I'm squatting, my knees are clicking. Everything's breaking. Okay. So guys, let's finish off on some abs. Okay, we're going to keep it nice and simple with this one. So, what I like to do, we're going to do a sit-up. As we're sitting up, we're pressing the weight above us. Keep it controlled, and then down. So just to give you an example. So, if you're holding a kettlebell, my advice to you is hold it upside down, so the weight is facing upwards. Good. Now, from here, if you're holding a dumbbell, I'll prefer you to hold 2 lighter ones rather than 1 heavy one, just because you can't hold, well you can, but it's more difficult. To hold a dumbbell with 1 dumbbell with 2 hands is a little bit awkward. Alright, so from here, keep the weight in the middle of the chest. From here, you're going to push straight up as you as you do a sit-up. So from here, sit up, come straight up, and then back down. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Good, keep that control. 7. 8. 9. 10. 2 more. 11. 12. And relax. Good job, guys. Give yourself a little break. We'll go on to second set. Ooh, my shoulders are tight from this. Good. Grab yourself a quick drink. Oh, shoulders are burning. Good. How's everyone doing? Everyone still with me? Still good? Oh, Wolverine guy. Lovely to have you as always. So we're doing something slightly different today. So normally we go for a HIIT session, but due to a current injury right now, I can't do too much jumping around. At least I say I can't, I shouldn't do too much jumping around. So instead we're just doing some weighted sessions. So we're just finishing off on the last exercise now. So if you do want to join in, please, by all means. What happened? I think it's because I've been jumping around barefooted quite a lot, and the tendon on the bottom of my feet are starting to tighten up, which is pulling my heel forward, and it's digging in and it's starting to hurt. So when you're doing your workouts, make sure you're wearing proper footwear. So I also spend a lot of time on my feet as well, so I think it's just a lot of wear and tear going on. So normally it's not that bad because I'm out and about all the time wearing shoes and whatnot, but because of lockdown, I'm in the house all day. I didn't leave the house for a whole month, so didn't really wear shoes, and walking barefooted is not always good for you. It can be, but not always. Right, ready for next set? So keep the weight close to the chest. From here you're going to push up and sit up at the same time. Ready, and let's go. Now, if you are finding it difficult to sit up, try bringing your feet further forward. Okay, so if you're too tucked in here, you're going to start falling back. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on, guys, 5 more. 8, 9, 10. 2 more. Last one. Good. Relax it there. Right. Good job, guys. Right. Give ourselves a few seconds rest and get ourselves cooled down. So yeah, I basically need to do loads of little exercises that require me to lift my heel and kind of loosen it slightly. So every time I'm kind of back at the front of the screen here, I've actually got a massage ball massaging my foot just to try and get it to loosen up, because obviously as you're tightening, so as you're walking, it tightens, well, it loosens and contracts, and it's the contraction that's starting to really pull. That's what's causing extreme pain. So definitely need to take it a lot easier. So no jumping around, because as I land, obviously I've got my whole weight to stabilize, but on top of that, it's going to really pull on that tendon, so you need to be really, really careful. So no jumping around, but a light bit of movement is fine. So guys, start off with come down to a child's pose. So have your knees out roughly about 45 degrees. You're going to walk your hands out and then push your bum back. Stretch it out. Try and push your bottom as close to your heels as you can. Good. Take a deep breath in and out. In and out. Good. From here, place the hands down, push yourself forward and up. Take a deep breath in and out. In and out. In and out. Good. Now from here, I want you to lay on your side, like so. We're going to bring your bottom knee forward, using your top hand, grab your top foot, push the hip forward, stretch out your knee, well, your quad, but pull that heel into your bottom. Good. Now from here, just ease off slightly and back down. Good. Top sides. So you can roll over to the other side if you wanted to, or just switch around completely over if you want to face the camera and not have my back turned towards you guys. Good. So push the hips forward, heel to bottom, push it forward. Good. Just hold that stretch there. Good. From here, just ease off that stretch and back down. From here, leg on your back, you're going to cross one leg over. So say for example, I have my right leg crossed over. I'm going to place my right hand through the middle of my feet, grab my hamstring, and gonna pull that into myself as if I'm hugging myself at this point. I should feel a nice stretch along my right glute. Good. Relax it there, swap sides. And pull that into yourself, as if you're kind of giving yourself a hug. Relax it there. So stretch out the shoulders. So sit yourself down from here, cross the arm over and squeeze. Good. Just make sure your hand is slightly lower than your shoulder. If you're all the way up here, your shoulder's going to start digging in to its ball and socket joint. Just want it a little bit lower, just so you can go further in and stretch out that shoulder. Good, other side. And squeeze. Good, excellent. Relax it there, guys. How is everyone doing? Everyone okay? Yeah, so apologies to those that followed me throughout the stream. I need to sort out my bots, because normally it comes up to say so and so followed and whatnot, but there's a few people that have missed. So Shingle, if you're still there, yeah, I managed to see your one, but whoever joined me earlier, apologies, I did miss that. So it wasn't intentional, and I hope you're not going to lose any sleep over it. Cool. Right, so guys, I need to quickly shoot out, get myself showered, and also head out to my next client. But I need to find someone for you to raid. Do you guys have a preference? Anyone you want to see? Please do let me know. Let's go for that. Let's go for this guy. So let me just type that in. So raid, no sleep, TV 2020. Okay. Excellent. Right, so guys, hopefully that has. Wait, let me just make sure that's like. No sleep TV 2020. No sleep TV 2020. Okay, excellent job. Alright guys, good work today, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. I'll have to let you know what we're doing on Wednesday, because it all kind of comes down what happens to my foot. But there's a good chance we'll do abs instead. But yeah, other than that, have an amazing day, and I will catch you guys on Wednesday. Take care, guys. Oh wait, sorry, that hasn't gone through yet. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Take care, guys.